The video game industry is a mixture of a lot of different shit. If you're not informed about anything related to the world of video games and you search the internet for what to play, you just entered the fucking lottery. But I think there is only two sides to this industry. Good games or bad games. But we're not talking about that today. This is not an area of conversation today, don't worry. We're talking about good games, specifically indie games. I started Animal Well when it first released, but I didn't really give it the time until recently, which was a mistake. I should have given it the time before recently. I'm a dumbass. It became one of my favorites in a very short time. You might ask me why. Well, let me tell you why. First of all, it's made by a single person, a brother called Billy Basso. I call him BP. Before I tell you what he did, ever heard of a game engine? Of course you did. He made the engine from scratch on his own. He made the graphics, he made the music, he made the physics, he made a kangaroo. Animal Well shines because it lets you play. A lot of games don't do that. Progressing in Animal Well feels very unconventional and intuitive thanks to the items you obtain during the game. You get a yo-yo, a frisbee, and a bubble blower. The bubble blower creates platforms, which should be a broken item considering that you're playing a platform, but it is not. It gives you even more opportunities to be more creative and more imaginative in your puzzle solving, This game is always on the border between chaos and order. That sounds so cool. Let me explain. You spawn with nothing going on. Exactly 4 notes are played and then you're left in the emptiness of the world. There is no music pushing you forward, which is making you relax and encouraging you to explore at your own pace. And then boom, you get chased by a dog who sounds like a ghost. He's a ghost dog. But there's something else. I used to think that you play as a piece of shit. Like a literal piece of shit. But I changed my mind. I now think that he's a chicken in disguise. Yeah, chicken. And also, there isn't background music playing all the time. There's just this melody that plays when you enter a save room and it makes you high. It's great. And then you get chased by an ostrich that sounds like a ghost, so he's a ghost ostrich. The environments are some beautiful, pixelated, picturesque, scenic vistas. Every room you enter, you get stunned by how gorgeous it looks. You just gotta stop and savor it all. I can go all day gushing about how I love this game, but it really is a game that's meant to be played. I don't want to ruin that experience for you, so go ahead and play. You won't regret it. A short hike is one of a lifetime experience, but not necessarily because it's the greatest game ever, but because when you play it for the first time, you don't really know anything about it. You just saw some cool pictures online and you thought the art style was good, and it's a short game, it's 2 hours, so you thought you'd give it a try, and you did. You play with a player, a crow, and she wants to hike the Hog Peak Trail to get cell phone reception. Yeah. Just that's all a joking. The people you meet on your hike, the conversations you have with it, the activities you get to do, the relationships you develop is what makes this game so serene. Coupled with some relaxing music and some top-notch flying mechanics. Do I have to say more? haven't already, and thank me later, motherfucker. I've never really been a big roguelike fan. I've had some bad experiences with Enter the Gungeon because it's too hard. It's too fucking hard. Let's get real here. This is not a game. This is torture. But Hades is not the same because Hades is a roguelite, not a roguelike. And let me educate some of you ignorant pieces of shit. A roguelike is a genre that strictly adheres to permadeath and procedurally generated levels.
Well, what is permadeath, you might ask me?
Permadeath means whatever upgrades you got during your run will be reset when you die. While roguelite, on the other hand, takes those roguelike mechanics and blends them with other mechanics like allowing some permanent progression, which is what I look for because I suck at video games. But Hades is different than most roguelites because Hades has a reasonably good story with good characters and good voice acting. That's not something you see every day in games like this. And an interesting lore. The roguelite part, which is the permanent progression part, makes the combat so much more fun because every time you die, you'll know you'll be better than the last time. And you know you have a better chance now than before in beating those dickheads. Different keepsakes and different weapons allow for different playstyles and different builds. Each run is new while simultaneously being exactly the same. And you unlock the Pact of Punishment after you beat Hades for the first time, which makes it infinitely much more harder than before. Much more hard? Is it much more harder or much more hard? Undertale. I have a personal connection to Undertale because of one thing. And one thing only. The music. I'm a sucker for good soundtracks. So Undertale's is one of the best. Whenever Fallen Down is played, I fall down. Or any of the iconic shit like Megalovania or Spear of Justice or my favorite, Death by Glamour. It really is a great game. For something to make you so attached to characters without having any voice acting, it has to be special. And it is also made by one person. It also managed to make turn-based combat fun, which is not easy to do. There's a lot of jokes, but it never gets too much. It never gets try-hardy as well. It is also a decision-based game where your decision actually matters. Which is, you know what I mean. The story can go in a lot of ways depending on your actions, ranging from comedic, humorous, and lighthearted to dark, psychotic, and horror. And there's also a lot of fourth wall breaks, which I always appreciate. Combat can be challenging as well, depending on your decisions, as I said, and you can choose not to fight at all and no combat. That's what I did. I didn't like fighting. I'm a peaceful guy. As you see, I'm not wearing anything because I don't want you to feel intimidated. I'm a peaceful man. Great game. Deltarune, on the other hand, this is going to trigger some of the Undertale cult members, but I said it. Undertale shines in a lot of different aspects, as I previously addressed. But what I think is Deltarune took the aspects that Undertale fans adored and elevated it to the next level. There are actual set pieces in Deltarune which wasn't really there in Undertale, or not at the same level, I guess. I want to talk about some honorable mentions that didn't really affect me the same way as those previous games did, but I think I should shed light on them anyway. Fez is a puzzle game that revolves around adjusting your perspective in different ways in order to solve each puzzle with a variety of maps, but movement kinda clunky. Katana Zero, great action game, slow time, good story, good combat, short game. Hollow Knight, I'm still playing it, I haven't finished it yet, but I will make a whole video about it when I'm done because it is that good. So this was an ode to good video games, and I will hopefully soon make one about goodbye. This is me reminding you to subscribe and like the video because it really helps. Don't forget. Goodbye.